Hey, I saw you eating beans and rice before. Were you eating beans and rice? Why were you eating beans and rice? What, are you a vegetarian?
Actually, I am a vegan.
Why are you a vegan? That is so extreme. Don't you like meat?
Yes, I like meat, but I don't eat it. I just do not want to be involved in cruelty. In terms of food choices, I would like to cause the least amount of harm. Being a vegan may seem extreme to some people. Mutilating, torturing and killing an innocent animal for a snack also seems extreme to some people.
What exactly do you mean?
You do know that meat comes from animals, right?
Yes, I know that meat comes from animals.
So, in order for you to eat meat, animals need to be enslaved, dismembered, disemboweled and decapitated.
That sounds disgusting, but I don't care. We are supposed to eat meat. We are at the top of the food chain. Animals exist so that we can eat them. Life is short. I want to enjoy myself.
Do you think it is possible to enjoy life without participating in a massacre?
I don't know. I am not participating in a massacre. I don't actually kill animals. I just eat meat.
Every time meat is purchased, an industry that exists for the sole purpose of dismembering animals so that people can have a few minutes of an enjoyable sensory experience is supported. It is advocacy for killing.
Why are you judging me?
I am not judging you.
You must think you are better than me, right?
No.
I hear that vegans think they are better than other people, especially hipster vegans from Brooklyn, New York. Are you from Brooklyn, New York?
Yes.
Are you a hipster?
No.
Do you think you are morally superior? More educated? More progressive?
No. No.
So, you just don't eat meat because you don't want to participate in the killing?
Yes.
Are you trying to find an identity as a vegan?
No.
Are you an activist?
No.
Do you get off on judging other people?
No.
So you are just someone who does not believe in killing animals?
Yes.
What about religious tradition? We must eat meat out of religious tradition.
There's no religion in the world that mandates meat eating. If you can find one, I will stand corrected.
The Bible says we should eat meat. So therefore we should eat meat.
Not everyone follows the Bible. However, the Bible says that man should have dominion over animals. It also says that parents should have dominion over their children. In one sense you could say that dominion means that we should eat and torture the animals and our children, or it could be interpreted that we should care for, nurture and foster the comfort and development of our animals and children. It depends on how you view the term dominion.
I am not religious. I do not believe in religion or spirituality. Vegans believe in those things.
That is not true. Many vegans are not religious or spiritual, especially in New York City. There are agnostic and atheist vegans. You don't need to be either of those things to be a vegan.
Then why are those people vegan?
Because they do not want to participate in the killing. You do not need to be religious or spiritual to understand why hitting someone in the head with a hammer is not beneficial. Similarly, you do not need to be religious or spiritual to not want to kill animals.
What are you saying?
I am saying that if you have basic cognition, and the ability to understand cause, effect, intention and action, you can understand that killing things that you don't need may not be the best way to go.
You are trying to manipulate me using emotion. You cannot manipulate my emotions. I will shut down. I will ignore any emotionality. I will also ignore pictures of dead animals on vegans' Facebook pages. It is disgusting. I will block it out of my mind and ban it from my psyche. I can disconnect from the images. What do you think?
What type of sociopathic citizen are you? Are you under some type of soulful anesthesia? You cannot take emotional intelligence out of the equation. If I were to hit a baby in the head with a hammer, would you sit around looking for facts, or would you have an emotional reaction and try to stop me from hitting the baby in the head with the hammer?
I don't know. I don't want you to hit a baby in the head with a hammer. Why are you judging me?
I am not judging you. You asked me a question.
I want to keep eating meat. I don't want to become a vegetarian or a vegan.
Then don't. You don't have to. You can do whatever you want. It is a free country. We do not all have to be the same.
I don't like to see those images of dead animals on your Facebook page.
Why?
It is like you are harassing me. Why are you harassing me with negative images? I just want to eat my cheeseburger in peace, and then you posted a picture with a cow's head in a vise.
It is my page. I did not post it on your page. I can post whatever I want on my page, and it has nothing to do with how I feel about you as a person. There's a difference between judgment and advocacy. I do not think you're a bad person. It is 2012. Sharing information about our society via social networking websites is a totally mainstream activity. The pictures I posted of are real events. They are not there as a personal affront to your sense of liberty. They are there to reveal what meat-eating practices entail.
You think you are better than me. I'm not interested in those kind of images. I just want to eat my cheeseburger.
Then just eat your cheeseburger.
But I feel bad.
Then don't do it.
Aren't you going to try to stop me from eating my cheeseburger?
No.
We are supposed to eat meat. Since the caveman days, we have been eating meat. Also, sharks, tigers and other animals in nature eat meat, so I should too, right?
Do whatever you want.
But I am right. Right?
Do you want to compare your consciousness to that of a caveman's? Are you suggesting that you have the same level of reasoning as a shark or a bear? The difference between animals and people is that animals operate only on instinct while people are able to apply cognitive diversity.
It is a fact that we should eat meat.
No, it is not true. But even if it were, some individuals feel like there is benefit to evolving to a higher state.
A spiritual state?
No, a human state. If you sustained the consciousness of a caveman or that of yourself as a child, you will have stunted your own mentality.
What about parasites, bacteria and vegetables? They have feelings too.
Are you going to put cows and pigs on the same level as bacteria? Are you going to start a campaign to save onions and tomatoes? Will you start a non-profit dedicated to cucumber abuse?
I don't know. I don't care about animals.
Then can we eat your cat?
No. It is my cat.
You are suggesting that you have emotions for an animal. Your cat. You do not want to eat your cat because you do not want it to suffer and feel pain. You believe it to be inherently wrong to eat your cat. This is the same feeling vegans get when meat dishes are presented. This feeling is called empathy.
I love meat. I have always eaten meat. It is who I am. It is how I was raised. This is me. You cannot change me.
I do not want to change you.
But if I were to become vegan, it would be a big change, and then I wouldn't be myself.
You are entitled to develop and evolve however you want. You do not need to be the same person you were 15 years ago. You do not even need to be the same person you were yesterday.
But people will look at me and think I am a tool. A douche. I will be ridiculed. My friends will think I am a pansy. What do you have to say to that?
It is a totally valid concern. You will have to come up with social strategies to deal with negativity.
What will happen if I become vegan?
You will be directly participating in trying to put an end to a massacre. You will also be helping to end environmental destruction.
Is that all?
No.
What else?
You will be reducing your chances of developing cancer, diabetes, heart disease, high blood pressure, osteoporosis, and arthritis.
Being a vegan is super expensive. I don't have that kind of money.
A vegan diet is the least expensive of any diet in the world. In the most poor countries of the world like Chad and Haiti, people live primarily on plant-based diets. In fact, the only reason why you can afford meat at all is because it is subsidized by the U.S. government. No one would be able to afford it if it were not subsidized.
I don't think I can do it.
You don't have to.
If I become vegan, I will look emaciated like Karen Carpenter and possibly die from lack of protein and other nutrients.
Karen Carpenter died because she had anorexia nervosa, an eating disorder in which the person refuses to eat and starves themselves. It is considered a psychological pathology. Veganism is a nutrient-rich eating plant bountiful in vitamins and minerals. Elephants, gorillas and rhinos are vegans and they have plenty of muscle mass.
Will I die?
No. No one on record has ever died from veganism, but many people have died as a result of eating meat.
It is unrealistic to think that everyone will become a vegan.
At one point in time it was also unrealistic to think that women would vote, slavery would end, or that commercial air travel would be available worldwide.
But I don't like tofu. I don't want to eat any tofu.
Then don't eat tofu. Many vegans do not eat tofu.
We are supposed to eat meat. We have to keep eating meat. I will continue to eat meat. Aren't you going to tell me to not eat meat?
No.
Are you upset with me?
No.
Then why are we having this conversation?
Because you asked me about my food and you are a nice person with a sincere concern.
We are supposed to eat meat. My body cannot live without meat. It is my right to eat meat. What do you have to say to that?
It is your right to live in your own interpretation of integrity. Life is short. I hope you have a good day.